one.
What up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL Podcast, Week 10, Episode 10. I got David Stoyo in Canada.
How's it going?
And I got Josh Gonzalez in Niles.
How about them Packers?
Already with this shit.
That'll be the last time I get to talk some stuff all year.
I don't know. They have a second QB now, too.
Yeah, right? No, he only looks good against us. All right. Week 10, Thursday night. Started out. Seahawks defeat the Cardinals 22-16. Russell Westbrook threw for 2 touchdowns, both to Jimmy Graham. Cardinals' Adrian Peterson was held to 29 yards and a safety. And the bad news, though, for Seattle, they lose their star corner, Richard Sherman, for the season with a ruptured ACL. Stoyo, what do you think of this game? What do you think about the injury?
I expected the game to be won by Seattle, so that happened. But that's a huge loss for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Sherman is the heart and soul of that team. He is one of the best cornerbacks in the game. You can do so much more on defense when you have Sherman out there. So let's see if Pete Carroll can come up with some ways to keep that defense going.
Yeah, huge loss. I don't know how you replace it. They lost Earl Thomas last year, too. So 2 straight years of problems at the secondary. Josh, I know you're a Richard Sherman fan. What do you think of this injury? Do you think Seattle can bounce back?
Yeah, it sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they'll still be good. I think they have a good system, but that's like a major piece of the defensive puzzle, or like a good section of that side of the puzzle, or just the field.
Yeah, I mean, he could shut down he could shut down a side of the field by himself. And I mean, he still got the safeties. You still got Cam. You still got Earl. I know that they're working on replacing. They're getting another corner, so we'll see how that goes. They still have a good offense. I think.
But are we not supposed to talk about him, or is that just Crabtree?
No, we can talk about him.
Okay. Cool.
All right. On Sunday, Saints-Bills. The Saints run for almost 300 team rushing yards on the Bills in a 47-10 blowout victory. That's 7 straight wins for the Saints. They go to 7-2. A career day for Mark Ingram, 131 yards and 3 touchdowns. I remember when the Saints started 0-2, and now 7 straight, and their defense looks so bad. Their defense looks a lot better. 7 straight wins. Is this the best team in the NFC? What do you think, Stoyo?
The Saints scored 47 points without a Drew Brees touchdown pass.
Jeez.
I found that to be remarkable.
Yeah.
It's about time that they're balanced now on offense, and the balanced offense is even better for Drew Brees.
Exactly.
That's what he needed. For so long, they were just a one-dimensional team, and now they have a balanced offense and a decent defense, so watch out.
Yeah.
This is probably Drew Brees' last chance to get another ring.
You know what? That would actually be kind of cool to see. I agree. I had never thought that we'd see a balanced Saints team, a Saints team that could actually run the ball and play defense. This is great for Drew Brees at the end of his career, making her push. What do you think, Josh? Are you a believer in the Saints? I mean, 7 wins in a row. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's really good. And
yeah. One thing I will say, though, they're in a tough division, so we'll see how that all goes towards the end of the year.
When they did that to the Bills, that were pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not the Browns or something.
Yeah. Bills are supposed to have a pretty good defense. All right, Stoyo. Let's get this over with. Let's talk about this game. The Brett Hundley led Packers go into Chicago, go into Soldier Field, and beat our Bears 23-16. The Packers snap a 3-game losing streak. Brett Hundley throws for 212 yards and a touchdown. Trubisky did have a throw for a career high 297 and a touchdown. Kyle Fuller got picked on. 10 targets. 10 times he was targeted. 8 times for completions. The Packers have now won 8 straight in Chicago, including playoffs. Bears head coach John Fox is not fired yet. What do you think, Stoyo?
I'm gonna go with pass. I don't want to talk about it anymore. No, it was a terrible game. I cannot believe that John Fox didn't get fired. He should have never been allowed back to Hallis Hall. Ryan Pace should have cut him on the field.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. The Packers were coming off a short week with their second-string QB, lost their second-string running back and first-string running back, and had some guy I never even heard about destroyed.
Yeah.
Bears allowed 121 yards to a second and the third-string running back. It's just ridiculous. And the Bears came off a bye.
Yeah. Coming off a bye with extra time to prepare for a quarterback that has not yet gotten a W in the league, a rookie. You're supposed to be a defense-first team. You're supposed to shut teams down. I mean, going into this game, you should be thinking shutout with a defense like that. And to allow 23 and to get beat by Brett Hundley, it's just unacceptable. It's not, yeah. I mean, that challenge on the Cunningham play, what are you doing? And maybe I don't put all the blame on Fox because he's watching, he's got his mind and all kinds of stuff coaching that game. But someone up in the booth, someone's got to communicate with him and be like, hey, maybe it's better off that we don't challenge this play. Maybe we just take it at the 2 and trust that we can punch it in. Josh, I know you watched this game. I know that you probably enjoyed it a lot more than we did. What did you see?
Yeah, I saw. I believe I had that one. We made predictions at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
I figured it would be pretty good, pretty competitive, and you'll see. Brett Hundley for the fourth quarter, had a quarterback rating of 110.8.
Awesome.
And he was looking pretty good in the money quarter. And we didn't have a 100-yard rusher, but one guy had like 67, and the other guy had like 58 or something.
Yeah, how come we can never tackle Ty Montgomery? What's up with that?
Well, he uses a lot of oil, body oil.
Man, this game is ridiculous. I can't wrap my head around this. How do you put up this performance in front of your hometown fans and a chance to get a big W against a hated rival? It's bullshit. I gotta call it for what it is. Fox, fire Fox. Get John Fox the hell out of Hallis Hall. So, what do we do moving forward?
You have to game plan for 2 weeks for Brett Hundley, and you allow him to complete 72% of his passes and 110 QB rating. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
No. And not only that, John Fox in the post game says that he's not worried about his job security.
Man, fire that guy before he gets.
He's getting fired.
Yeah, fire him.
Don't have to worry about it anymore.
How does Ben McAdoo and John Fox still have coaching jobs? It's beyond me. But hey, it's Bears ownership, it's Bears management. They've proven time and time before that they're incompetent. Giving Mike Glennon all that money doesn't instill any confidence in us going forward. So we need to do some major changes at Hallis Hall, and hopefully the sooner the better, because I'm tired of losing. What's up, Stoyo?
Bobby Smith was fired when he went 10-6, and the reason given was that he couldn't beat the Packers.
Yeah.
John Fox 1-5 against the Packers.
And Trestman was like 1-4 or 1-3. Like Trestman sucked too. All right. Anyways, let's move on. I'm tired of talking about this game. Lions get the comeback win against the 0-9 Browns, 38-24. They trailed twice in this game. Matthew Stafford threw for 3 touchdowns. Lions corner Nevin Lawson makes a great play where he forced a fumble, recovered it, and returned it for a touchdown. Browns were doing Browns things where they had bad clock management to end the first half. They had 15 seconds left. All right, guys, they had 15 seconds left. I think it's like second down, and they got no timeouts left, and they're on the 3. And they decide to call a quarterback sneak with Deshaun Kaiser. And the Lions players kind of like laid on top of them and made it so they couldn't get up and spike the ball in time. And the Browns got no points at the half. Great play call. Kaiser went down with injured ribs. Lions with a big win to stay alive in the playoff hunt. Stoyo, what do you think of this game?
As much as I want to make fun of the Browns after what happened in Chicago, I have a hard time saying anything.
Yeah.
We have a coach that threw the challenge flag and cost us a turnover.
Took points off the board.
Know
yeah.
how much better or worse that is than what Cleveland did. So, Cleveland, you're great. Another successful season. We're right behind you. We might be just as bad next year, so we're coming for you.
Josh, Lions are 5-4 with that win, tied with the Packers. Are you worried? You think the Lions are going to get ahead of you guys in the standings?
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But I was looking at not their remaining schedule, but with Green Bay's remaining schedule, and there's actually I have some games I think we could match up well with, but
yeah,
and I don't know because I don't know we're not gonna like go to the Super Bowl or anything.
Yeah, I mean you're still in the hunt for a wild card. It looks like Minnesota's
draft pick.
Doing pretty well, but yeah. All right, next game we got Titans-Bengals. Titans got the win against Cincy, 24-20. DeMarco Murray rushed for 2 touchdowns. Mariota with a clutch touchdown pass to Murray with 36 seconds left to take the lead. Ryan Suckup, Titans kicker, he had a consecutive field goal makes record end in this game. It ended at 56 straight made field goals. That's pretty impressive. After the game, head coach Mike Mularkey called the Titans resilient. So that they moved to 6-3, so they're good, big win for them. In this game, Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict was ejected for making contact with an official. He then argued with a fan and did the Johnny Manziel money celebration while walking to the tunnel. The NFL does not plan to suspend Burfict, it said. There's not much video of the actual contact with the referee. I did see one look, and it looked like it was initiated by the referee. It wasn't much there, but it doesn't look great when you're, celebrating and arguing on the way out. He's kind of known for shit like this, so it is what it is. Multiple Bengals players claim that refs swear at Burfict and single him out and try to get contact with him to get him thrown out of games. Do you think there's anything to that, Stoyo?
Yes.
Yeah.
He brought it upon himself by playing as close to the line as you can and going over the lines a few times.
Yeah.
I saw the replay, and before all of it went down, the ref touched him.
Yeah.
The ref put his arm on his chest
Yep.
and initiated the contact, and he was pissed.
Yeah.
How come the refs are allowed to touch players?
I heard today someone say that sometimes, refs are allowed to touch players, like if they're fighting, they're allowed to keep them separated and, like kind of use their arms like that. I don't know. I think I heard an explanation they were holding him back in case he was going to do something. I mean,
exactly.
Burfict's in a lose. Yeah, he's in a lose-lose situation. He's gotten the people think that he's going to do this kind of stuff and act this kind of way, so now they're preparing for it, and now the refs are kind of antagonizing. What do you think, Josh?
Well, yeah, just like you said,
he's earned it.
When refs know they're going to be in a Bengals game,
yeah,
sure they all have. There's probably some procedures and things they go over, like in case Burfict starts acting crazy. Probably something similar with Sue or something. Like when he starts trying to take people to Suplex City, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Gotta get him out of there.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks for Burfict. He's taken a lot of heat, but he's brought it upon himself. I like him as a player. I think that when he's going over the line, I don't like it, but when he's not, he's a hell of a linebacker. So,
just don't give the refs a reason.
Yeah.
All the references or hand gestures to do, I bring up
Manziel. Yeah. I know.
That's not who you want to be compared to.
And it's not like they were playing the Browns or anything. Like,
yeah.
They just came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, this is who you want to represent?
I guess so.
Like, I remember the last guy that used to do that all the time.
Yep. All right. Steelers, Colts. Steelers moved to 7-2. They finally woke up in the fourth quarter of this game, kicked the game-winning field goal as time expired, and won 20-17. That's 4 straight wins for Pittsburgh. But they do have this problem. They continue the pattern of sleeping in versus bad teams, and they don't really get it going until the second half or fourth quarter. That's how they lost to the Bears originally in that early on in the year. They just let us hang around, and then we got the win. So, I mean, what do you think of the Steelers? Are they going to be a contender, Stoyo? Yeah.
Like they usually are. Another good game by Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yep. Big game.
It was nice to see. I like him. I wish the Bears drafted him, but, we don't know how to draft, so.
Good to see Martavis Bryant back out there catching some balls. Josh, are you a believer in the Steelers? You think they can contend in the AFC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been consistently good for like 50 years or something.
Yeah.
They maybe mail it in or however.
Yeah.
Against bad teams, I've seen that with more some experienced teams or older teams like the Lakers with Shaq.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the Lakers used to do that.
Yeah, they can be like, well, we know that once we turn it on, we can smash anybody. So let's just kind of hang out for 3 quarters and take it easy, and then finish it in the end. And, the one year the Lakers won the title, they went to 7 games
with the Rockets, right?
Round with the Rockets without Tracy McGrady or Yao Ming or anyone. They just decided to play every game in LA, not in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, the good teams do that, especially veteran teams that have done it before. They start to take teams for granted. Speaking of taking...
Rob Roethlisberger's head 4 weeks ago? before the winning streak started.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be washed up, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's stepping up now. 4 straight wins.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we talked about that or asked if he should retire or something right now.
Yeah, he's still got it. Remember there was the Martavis Bryant drama just a couple weeks ago too. Like you said, winning cures all.
And they're a team I wouldn't want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep, they're always dangerous.
Especially with
unless your team
should have at least 1 or 2 games in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're Tebow, in which you can throw up Hail Marys and find a way to beat the Steelers. So speaking of a barn burner, the Bucs defeated the Jets 15-10. Star players Jameis Winston, Mike Evans, and Matt Forte did not play. Can I interest you guys in a Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh McCown game?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay. Moving on.
We can talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about that game either. All right.
We can watch the highlight of Josh McCown throwing the game winner when he was in Arizona against Minnesota.
No.
Nate Poole caught it and it put the Packers in the playoffs by beating the Vikings. Last game of the year. That's my favorite Josh McCown memory.
Mine was when he...
What's your favorite when he was on the Bears?
My favorite was when he outdueled Seneca Wallace against the Packers.
Yeah. That's your favorite Josh McCown.
All right, so... Vikings-Redskins was a good game in D.C. Vikings light them up 38-30. Vikings quarterback Case Keenum threw for 304 and 4 touchdowns. 2 second-half picks, though. He threw them both to DJ Swearinger, made the score a lot closer than it should have been. Hey, if we're going to do an NFL podcast, we should start mentioning Vikings receiver Adam Thielen. 8 catches, 166 yards, and a touchdown. He's a beast out there lately. And they got Stephon Diggs and Laquan Treadwell. That's a good team in Minnesota. Big road W for the Vikings in November. So they're proven they're 7-2, looking good. Stoyo, a couple weeks back, you mentioned that Teddy Bridgewater was coming back, and you said that could make the Vikings even better down the road. I want to see what you think now. Would you make the switch to Bridgewater with how well Case Keenum's been playing lately?
I think you have to make sure that he's 100%.
Yeah.
And it's a tough situation because they're 7-2 right now. And I remember changing back to the original starter is not always the solution.
Yep.
I remember the 5 Bears went back to Rex Grossman.
Yeah, we should have stuck with Orton.
We should have stuck to Orton, and Grossman lost the first game
in
the playoff.
Yeah, I think that as long as you're winning, you let Case Keenum keep doing his thing, and then you bring Bridgewater in when he's 100%. You be extra cautious with him. I mean, hold on to him. With how many injuries on the league, what if Keenum goes down and then Bridgewater goes in there on his own? Natural overcoming the injury. So we'll see. I would hold off on the switch for now. What do you think, Josh? Do you think the Vikings are for real in that division?
Well, yeah, obviously they're in first place by...
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you think that they can win in the playoffs? You think they're built right?
Oh, no, not really.
Yeah.
I think they'll do like they've done in quite a few years in their history, like make the playoffs and
lose the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. The difference is they're winning the division, so this game might be at home. And Brett Favre would argue that they don't always lose in the first round. Because he did that in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
in the second round too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team. What do you think, Stoyo?
I think they're a good team, and might have a good shot at winning it all this year.
Really?
I think the defense is great.
I like the defense, yeah.
Their running is a little bit suspect, but that defense is a Super Bowl winning defense.
Yeah.
You can win with a defense like that. Now, can you do it offensively? They do have some good wide receivers, a decent tight end, so it's up to coaching as well too.
Yep.
But I like them a lot better now than I used to over the last decade for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It depends on quarterback play and on the running game, but their defense is for real. I'll agree with that. The Jags kicked their way to a win over the Chargers in overtime, 20-17. That's 3 straight wins for Jacksonville. The Jags' first score in this game came on a fake punt run, 56-yard touchdown by Corey Grant. Jags kicker Josh Lambo kicked the game winner in overtime. And the Jags and Titans looks like it's going to be a fight to the end in the AFC South. That should be a good fight. Stoyo, I believe you went with, who'd you go with before, and who do you have winning this division?
I have the Jags.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Jags. What do you think, Josh? Are you a Mariota fan? Josh? Did we lose Josh? What's up?
Mariota what?
Oh, are you a Marcus Mariota fan? You think the Titans are going to win the division?
I'm a Marcus Mariota fan, but
yeah,
I'm like a closet Jacksonville fan.
Yeah.
Because I have like this small part of my heart for those teams with a history of sucking.
Yeah.
To rise above.
Well, Jacksonville's been in the playoffs before, and I think it's better. I like seeing the Jags when they're good. And this will be good for Tom Coughlin, showing that he still has it. He can still put a team together.
Yeah, one year they the only games they lost all year was they played the Titans 3 times. Way back when like Mark Brunell was their quarterback.
Yeah.
And they went 14-2 on the season, only losing both of their games against Tennessee, and then in the playoffs they beat Miami and then lost to Tennessee.
That would suck. All right, another good game. Rams stay red hot with a win against the Texans, 33-7. They improved to 7-2. Jared Goff throws for 355 and 3 touchdowns. The receiver, Robert Woods, goes off for 8 catches, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Rams head coach Sean McVay has got to be Coach of the Year favorite at this point. I know you're a fan, Stoyo. What do you think of the Rams? And, with Sherman going down, that kind of opens the door for a possible division win for LA. They've already lost once to Seattle, though, so their next game against Seattle is going to be big.
Absolutely. But after 9 games, being 7-2 for a new coach, that's as good as you can hope, especially when they just moved to a brand new city and to try to build a fan base.
Yeah, that's a hell of a record for a rookie head coach. Yeah. What do you think about them coming out of the division?
They may win it.
Yeah.
But they're going to get the wild card if they don't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, imagine if we saw a Rams-Jacksonville Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome. One thing
I love that.
One thing
I did. Out of the ordinary.
What do you think that the playoff, say the Rams win the division, what are the home playoff stadium going to look like fans-wise? Do you think the LA fans will come out for that?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's playoff.
Yeah.
There'll always at least be bandwagoners.
That's true.
Everybody likes the winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
playoffs.
Yeah.
I think people will be there.
Yep. Falcons Cowboys. Falcons destroy the Zekeless Cowboys 27-7 in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith was a late scratch and a noticeable absence. Falcons defensive end Adrian Claiborne had 6 sacks in this game. That's insane. I don't know if I've seen that much in a game by one guy. Cowboys couldn't find their much help in the running game to help Dak out. Big win for Atlanta to stay alive in their division. Stoyo, what do you think of this game? What do you think of the Cowboys going forward?
It was a big loss for the Cowboys, especially when the Falcons have not been playing great football this season. It was definitely a winnable game, but I think that Zeke should have served his suspension earlier in the year. I think being suspended in November and December will hurt your team more than being suspended in August and September.
Yeah.
So I think he should have just taken that suspension, and it was pretty clear to me that he was going to be suspended at some point, no matter how bravely he fought it.
Yeah, it's true. He wanted to fight it hard, but I mean, if you were looking towards the future, it might have been smarter to just go ahead and take it to start the year, and then be there and be healthy, be ready to go for the stretch run, the playoff push.
Yeah, he would have been back already.
Yeah.
And now the Cowboys are at 5-4.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's gonna be enough for the division.
It's gonna be tough in that division. No Zeke. I mean, we're gonna see a lot out of Dak Prescott the rest of the season, where people are gonna be watching him closely to see how he does without a star running back. Josh, what do you think of the Falcons? They moved to 5-4, but they're in a tough division. Do you think that the defending NFC champs can get back to the playoffs?
Yeah, they're in a very tough division.
Yeah.
I think, they could, but it's going to be tough there. So I was just talking about how good I think New Orleans is. And
yep.
Carolina's really good. And
yeah.
Tampa's vouches either.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough division. Big, a lot on the plate for that Atlanta team.
As of right now, the Falcons, Lions, Packers, and Cowboys are all 5-4, and they're in the hunt.
Yeah.
To get the wild card, so it's gonna be tough, especially when the wild card rounds have the Seahawks at 6-3, and the Saints.
The Panthers
the
then.
Panthers
are
7-3.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to pretty much win all but one of their games going forward to make the playoffs.
Yep. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm sure the picture is just going to keep getting more and more clear the later we get into the season. But this is where games are getting good. We're getting into November, December, and it's all on the line. Speaking of a game where it wasn't all on the line, the Niners get their first win of the year. They're 1-9, and they beat the Giants to move the Giants to 1-8. The only thing cool about this game is Kyle Shanahan getting his first career win as head coach. C.J. Beathard had a good game. If you're the Niners, you just got your first win, and Beathard's looking good. But how long would you wait to start Jimmy Garoppolo? What do you think, Stoyo?
I would definitely try to get him in there.
Yeah.
Pretty soon to see if he's worth anything. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, so I don't know why they're sitting him. I would definitely try to get him in there next game.
So you think that there is a possibility that they could release him this offseason? Because
it's a possibility, but
I would say even if they don't play him, I think the Niners are planning on giving him a contract, and I agree. It's kind of surprising because how much have we seen of Garoppolo? And even if they throw Garoppolo out there, who does he have to work with?
Not a lot, but you still want to have a player you trade a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Show something and be out there.
I thought that was a weird trade.
Shanahan is supposed to be this QB guru,
yeah.
so he should be able to get a lot out of him.
Well, it makes me think if they're going to go and make this trade, they had to have consulted Kyle. Maybe he was like, that's the quarterback he wants. Maybe that's the guy he believes in. What do you think, Josh? Are you a believer that Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo will be the next Bill Walsh, Joe Montana?
What? You're gonna roll over the top there. Yeah, or like I would want to see what he can do and have him be in there now. But if they, like you were saying, if they're already planning on giving him a contract, they must.
They must believe in him.
Yeah, already be like, this is our guy for going forward. And this season's obviously a bust. I'm glad they started off 0-9 though, so I could call them the 0-9ers.
I know, that was pretty cool. I dropped that in last week too.
Yeah, got their first win. Like 0-9ers, that is clever, but you're a dick.
It's cool they got their first win on the Ben McAdoo Giants, though. That team is just a mess. All right.
Also, wanting to mention that Marcus Goodwin scored a touchdown. In an emotional game for him after losing his son.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was devastating, and it was a very emotional moment for all the people involved.
Good to see him.
And it was nice seeing his team rally around him.
Yeah.
Must be tough.
Yeah. It's, it takes a lot to go out there and play after something like that, so glad they rallied around him. Glad they were able to get the win. Sunday night, Patriots easily took care of the Broncos, 41-16 in Mile High. Patriots moved to 7-2. Brady threw for 266 and 3 touchdowns. The Broncos continue to struggle at the quarterback position, and now even on defense. That's their 5th straight loss. They don't seem to have the quarterback situation figured out at all. Stoyo, what do you think of the Broncos, and what do they have to do moving forward?
That defense should be better.
Yeah.
They have allowed over 90 points in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
That should not happen if you want to be a great defense. The offense doesn't put them in the best position.
Not
I'm
at
sure
all.
John Elway is upset at his team. Do you move away from that coach? I don't know what you would do.
I don't think they move away from the coach just yet. I think that they try to fix the quarterback situation. I mean, I think you give that defense a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over, and they're in, pretty much all these games. The problem is that Simeon was starting to turn the ball over. Paxton Lynch was turning the ball over in preseason, and Osweiler replaces Simeon, and Osweiler's turning the ball over. So it's hard for any defense, no matter how good, to overcome all those turnovers being coughed up by the offense. But 90-plus points in 2 games is pretty damn bad. Josh, what do you think of the situation in Denver?
Yeah, it was hard for the legendary Ravens defense to overcome Kyle Bowler.
Yeah.
Or the Bears and
Rex Grossman. Yep.
It was like, okay, we just got these guys on 3 and out, and threw a pick, and now it's 1st and goal. We have to try to. Okay, we held them to a field goal. He just fumbled.
Yeah. A pick 6 now.
1st and 10 on the 16.
Yeah.
And here we go again. And, they scored a touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, 7 chances. And they got through us that one time.
What do you think? I don't think that John Elway is going to suit up like Stoyo thinks that he should. What do you think, Josh? What do you?
I heard a rumor that he is.
What do you think going forward the Broncos should do at quarterback? I mean, they have to address it. You think the draft, free agency?
Yikes.
Yeah.
They need to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, it seems to be like what happened. They won the Super Bowl and with their defense, freaking making Cam Newton look like a punk ass. And then Peyton Manning retires, and they've had quarterback issues ever since.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes going forward. Patriots, once again, looking great. There'll be a definite problem come January. So, Monday night, speaking of Cam Newton, the Panthers crushed the Dolphins 45-21. That's Carolina's third straight win. Carolina's defense is currently the best in the NFL in yardage. Cam Newton threw for 4 touchdowns in this game. Jonathan Stewart goes for 110. In a tough NFC South, the Panthers are hanging in there. They're half a game back. With a defense playing pretty well, and Cam Newton seemingly he's kind of inconsistent, but if he can get it going, what do you think the Panthers' ceiling is, Stoyo?
I think they could make it all the way to the NFC Championship.
Yeah. You don't think the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I don't think this year, but who knows?
Yeah.
If their defense is healthy and Kuechly is not having troubles with concussions, then maybe. But I don't know. I think that losing Calvin Benjamin might hurt them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't really understand that move mid-season like that. You take away your quarterback's best weapon. But they're looking good. The defense is looking good. What do you think, Josh? You think the Panthers can make a push?
Oh yeah, they're another one that's their division and how that'll end up working out the matchups in the playoffs should be really interesting because there's so many teams that are close right now.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good end to the season and hell of a playoffs.
So yeah, like whoever wins that division will get the home game. There's I think Carolina's good enough to get to the Super Bowl, but so are a few teams in the NFC, I think.
Yeah, I think Panthers could get hot. Eagles, Saints, Seahawks, even Rams. A lot of those teams are pretty complete teams, good on all 3 phases, and they've got weapons. So it'll be interesting. What up, Cam?
That 69-yard touchdown, or just run.
For Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. He's a beast. When he's playing like that, it's hard to beat him. And definitely a lot harder when Cutler's on the other side. All right. Prediction time. Thursday night, we got a good game. Titans at 6-3 at the 7-2 Steelers. It's a bigger game, so I would expect the Steelers to show up. So I'm going to take the Steelers in a close one by 3. What do you think, Stoyo?
I'm going to take the Steelers at home.
Yeah.
They always play great at Heinz Field.
Yep.
And we're late in the season, so they are looking to heat up.
I agree. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Against a formidable opponent.
They'll actually be ready.
Be ready to go.
I'm not another good game. Two 7-2 teams. I'm looking forward to this matchup. This is in Minnesota. I don't know who to pick yet. What would you think, Stoyo? 7-2 Rams, 7-2 Vikings.
It's gonna be a challenge for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. The Rams really haven't faced too many tough opponents yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see how well they can do against such a good defense.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of the games I'm gonna keep my eye on.
Yeah, and this is a big game to see how Case Keenum shows up. The way Gurley's been throwing the ball, Case Keenum might have to put up some points. So that'll be a good game to keep an eye on. Sunday night, Eagles-Cowboys. This is a matchup we've been kind of looking forward to. With no Zeke Elliott, though, I got to give the edge to the Eagles. What do you think? What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I would go Eagles, too.
Yeah. What do you think, Stoyo?
Eagles, by far.
Yeah. You think blowout?
Yeah.
Blowout.
Damn. I hope not. We'll see. Monday night, Falcons at Seahawks. No Richard Sherman to guard Julio Jones, but it's in Seattle, so it'll be loud. It's at night. It'll probably be cold and rainy. What do you think? I get Seahawks by like 6. Stoyo?
I have the Seahawks winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
They're very mentally tough.
Yeah, they are. They're a good team.
The Falcons are not.
Stoyo, I don't know if you want to predict this. Lions at Bears on Sunday. Do you even give a shit?
I give it a shit. I mean, I'll be watching, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too.
I can't stay away. I don't expect the Bears to show up. I could be wrong.
So
I don't even know anymore what to expect.
So you think...
So I'm just gonna watch the game with no prediction. We might win by 10. We might lose by 25. We may win by 3 points. It'll be interesting, I guess. Just
because it's Detroit, and I hate losing to Detroit, I'm saying Bears by 3. For the love of Christ, just come on, Bears. Let's get a win. Let's not lose to the Lions. I mean, damn it. Josh, I'm sure you're looking forward to this game. Ravens at Packers on Sunday at 1. You think the Packers find a way to beat Baltimore? They're 4-5.
Yeah. Actually, when I was looking at the schedule, that's one I think we could actually win.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Flacco's gonna get in there and go Super Joe Cool on you.
Yeah, that could happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if we won too.
Nice. That should be a good game. Yeah.
Did you guys read up on Roger Goodell?
On the Jerry Jones shit?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It was leaked that Goodell has asked in writing to be paid approximately $50 million a year, along with a lifetime use of a private jet and lifetime health insurance for him and his family.
Man, get out of here.
Do you guys think that he's worth $50 million a year?
No.
No, but I thought he was already getting paid that.
He's worth like $50K a year.
According to a non-name owner, he claims that some owners don't make $40 million a year, and he wants $50.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Well, no. I think I could go up in front of people and say, the San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers.
You already fucked it up, though. You fucked it up already.
How do you even do it?
Like, I got got drafted to San Diego.
Yeah, I don't think Goodell's worth all that money. You got Jerry Jones trying to get him fired. Gotta love all the greed going on out there. The rich want to get richer.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I think he should be getting paid maybe $5 to $10 million a year. I don't understand why he needs to get that much more.
Because he thinks
I don't think he has done a good job at all.
He thinks he's a superstar.
Yeah.
Did you
we
hear?
We had a lockout not too long ago. He has mishandled every instance.
Yeah, way to give Ray Rice a 4-game suspension. Real tough policy there, Goodell.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Goodell's wife had multiple fake Twitter accounts and was going on defending her husband?
No, but it doesn't surprise.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good life. Well, I'm rich, got nothing else to do. Let me defend my homeboy.
But, well, that's the NFL. That's what's going on these days. That's going to do it for the Week 10 podcast. It was a good one. We're getting to the good weeks, good battles in the NFL. We'll be back next week for Week 11. Thanks for coming on, guys. And
Fire John Fox.
Fire John Fox tonight. All right. Peace out, guys.
Wait till tomorrow.